Yo, welcome back to the Mas Futbol Podcast, the number one soccer podcast in Oklahoma City. I am your host, Ricardo Ulloa, and you know where I'm recording. I'm recording at Belmiro, the home of Invicto. We have ourselves a great podcast today, so I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you haven't had a chance, please check out our website. We have a little page on the masfutbolfoundation.org. That's right, we have a new website for our nonprofit, and that's where basically the content for the Mas Futbol Podcast will live there on the masfutbolfoundation.org website. So please check it out. Like I said, it's going to be a great podcast today because I have a guest. He's a personal trainer, played in the 6A All-State game back in 2012. He just recently did some international soccer traveling, so we're going to dip into that. I have my friend here, certified trainer, Jesus Cerda.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
How are you?
Great, bro. How you doing, bro? Good,
nice to meet you, man. How are you?
Good. It's been a while.
It's been a while. I've seen you at the gym getting it.
Yeah.
Tell me, for the people that don't know who you are, what you do, and then we'll kind of start from there.
Yeah, so my name is Jesus Cerda, and I'm a certified personal trainer. I've been doing it for over 9 years now. So, yeah, it's been a while, a lot of experience. I work at Gold's Gym right now off of Cold Springs over there at Memorial Road. And I also work at Smith's Pro Nutrition. So I work at a nutrition store, supplement store. And I do my own training on the side at Workout Junkies as well, too. I like to go everywhere, switch it up every day so that way you're not following the same routine every day. It kind of gets boring. So, yeah, I try to go to different gyms, different times, different days. Meet different people. It's a good way to get different clientele, different areas, instead of just targeting one area. Edmond, Yukon, Norman, Moore, War Acres, Bethany area.
And you're basically trying to capture everything.
Yeah, like anything around Oklahoma City area within 60 miles.
I've always wondered marketing for a personal trainer is if you're just stuck to one gym or if you're kind of just open, signing people up, or, what is the route that you've seen, I guess, some of the most successful personal trainers here in Oklahoma City do?
Most successful, I would say, this lady that I used to work with at Gold's Gym. Her name is Vicky. She's been training for over 30 years. And she was our district fitness manager. So she was in charge of all the personal trainers, fitness instructors, group fitness, all that. Like any, trainer at Gold's Gym in the Oklahoma City area. So, yeah, whenever COVID happened, they closed down Gold's at Northwest Expressway.
That must have been a rough time for all personal trainers, right?
That was tough. I mean, you get creative, though. As long as you have equipment. You don't even need equipment, but I was doing training at the parks.
Okay.
So, a lot of my clients were still wanting to get a workout in. Thankfully, I had some dumbbells. I had some equipment. So, yeah, I was able to meet them at the park, wherever they lived at. I would go over there, take my stuff, and train them at the park, do our 1 hour training session with the yoga mat, stretching, with the bands, do some running or walking or whatever. And yeah, so even the guys, I had some guys, we would go out there and do some boxing workouts at the park, So we don't need anything. We just need some mitts, some
with
gloves.
Face masks?
Yeah, no face masks, nothing.
Nothing, I see, bro.
Just, I mean, it's just practice, so. Stuff like that. So I would do some of that training over there as well too, like at Early One Park, or the one I was training a lot at the one in front of PCO.
Okay.
That
Delicia Park.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was doing a lot of training there since it was close to a Gold's Gym. So when that closed down, yeah. But back to that lady Vicky, she lost her job, and she was our district manager of all the trainers, right? So she loses her job. And she's like, okay, well, I'm just going to go and be a trainer. I'm going to show you guys how it's done, right? So this girl or this lady goes into that and she goes from being at the top, checking in on you, to being one of you, Bro, like within 4 days, full schedule.
No way.
Yeah, full schedule. So, the main thing was she started doing classes. So she started doing a fitness class. She would do a cycle class. And then right after the cycle class, she would do a abs, like core and abs, 45 minutes, or yoga and abs. So then from there, she would go and target more of the ladies. So like any ladies that were off from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. That was her target, you know? So, her classes would be full within like the first week. She had like 28. So you only have 28 bikes, right? She would have 40 people.
She had a waiting list.
She had a waiting list. So it was first come, first serve. Class would start at 9.
She created urgency.
Bro, she was crazy. She knew how to market. She knew who to market.
And then how to generate leads. It seems like because she casted a wide net by creating a class. I'm gonna get, because it's harder to, I would imagine, market yourself to one person.
Yeah.
Let me be your trainer. That's a little bit harder. So as opposed to being like, let's do a group session, and then in that group session you start filtering.
Yeah.
Then you can really get to the individuals.
Yeah.
She's smart.
So she started that way, and then she had like maybe 16 people the first week, which is really good.
And what are you thinking? Like, what the fuck is she doing?
Like what? And I'm like, wow, okay. So that was like, she started on a Monday, and that was like Thursday. She was already like 16 people in her class. So I'm like, wow, okay. So then by the following week, by like 2 weeks, full schedule. Full schedule. But the reason, the way she was doing it was because I asked her, how are you doing this? Like how? So the way she would do it was, she would have a class of 28, and then from there, 12 would miss out, right? So then she would be like, oh, well, if you missed out for that, you missed out for the following one, which is the abs and yoga or whatever. Well, we also have group training available. So she would be like, let's get a group of you 5, come in afterwards, and then you guys can pay, you get a discount for doing group training since it's 5 of you at the same time. But if you miss this class, then you're still going to get charged. So you have to show up to the class, So it's not like, I might come in and pay. No. So it's like, you're going to be scheduled from 11 to 12 for the class, and you're going to come in as a small group training. And they would do it, Wow. So then this lady's over here making a lot more money. We're training 5 people at once, and they're saving money. So they're able to go in more than once.
It's a win-win. Like the 5 people are saving money, but she's also getting paid more than what she would if she was just training one person.
Yeah. So
what a hack.
Yeah, and then they motivate each other. So you see, there's 5 of them. 2 of them lose weight or losing weight faster than the others. Then the other ones, the other 3. So if 2 losing weight, the other 3 start getting motivated, and they're like, hey, I need to put in more work because we're doing the same workout. And why are they seeing results and I'm not seeing the same results they are?
True.
Because they're coming in at the same time. So that's a good way to stay committed with it, And then, eventually they make friends, and just gets a lot easier. So she did that for a while, and she stayed booked. So just and she switched to Lifetime. So now she's at Lifetime.
Dude, I heard Lifetime is like expensive.
Yeah, that's why she switched over there.
Shout out to my guy Victor Vargas who works out there.
Oh yeah,
he was telling me some of the prices, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Shout out to Victor. I know. I played with Victor too.
Okay, yeah. He went to Dove.
Yeah, I played a club.
You played a club with him?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the club called?
CVFC, Canadian Valley.
Okay. Yeah,
95s.
Yeah, I remember that club.
Yeah. We played a year or a year and a half. That was nice.
Cool. We'll touch on that here in a second. What are you doing that you learned from Vicky now?
So that's actually what I'm. So I don't like doing group classes, like a whole bunch of people, but I do like doing group training. So that's what I've been doing a lot now. I've been getting about, I would say, on average, about 3 people at a time. Focus on them, charge them a little bit cheaper since they're coming at the same time. And same thing, they're able to work out.
Motivate themselves. They push each other. Yeah, so whenever I have somebody else come in and they want to do personal training and they can't afford it, then I plug them in one of those groups. So that way I'm like, hey, I have personal training. It's a little bit pricier, but it's just one-on-one. So just focus on you. Or if you want to come in and you don't mind working out with, let's just say, a girl, and you don't mind working out with 3 other girls at the same time, it'll be a lot cheaper, But you'll still get the same workout. It's just, there's just going to be other people there as well, too. It's just not one-on-one. That would make more sense. But, I mean, the one-on-one, you're getting all your attention just to one person. So right now I train a lot of
people over the age of 65.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's kind of my clientele right now.
They're improving their quality of life. Like, it's crazy what a workout for a 65-year-old, how much time you giving them back in their life. Yeah,
so like for example, right now, Rick and Cecilia, they're 78 and 76.
Wow.
And they're a couple, so they're
doing it together.
They train together same time.
They get that couples discount and spend that quality time together and get a workout in on top. That's relationship goals right there. Ya quisiera yo when I turned 78.
78 and 76. Yeah, and they've been working out since 2016.
Oh, wow. With you?
With me, they've been training for 2 years. So they've had bad luck in the past. But pretty much their trainers quit or left or whatever the case is. So they've been having to bounce around till eventually they came to me. So yeah, I've been training them for about 2 years now or so, on and off. But I've known them for about 5 years. So yeah, because I used to train with another trainer.
Okay.
And then he handed them to me. He's like, hey, I can't do this morning, the mornings or whatever. Can you take over? Because I can't. So yeah, that's kind of the nice thing about it. Once you start building friends and stuff like that are trainers as well, they'll refer you as well. So yeah, that's a nice thing about it. That's actually one of the nice things about Workout Junkies. They refer each other based on what they specialize in or what they're good at, or so if you see someone that's good with kids, then you send them to this person. And then if you know someone's like wanting to do more of a booty class, glutes, then you send them to
the booty class.
The
glutes, I get you.
Yeah, so you send them to this girl or whatever, So it just kind of depends what are you trying to do. If you're trying to do more sports training, you send them to this guy or whatever. If they play football or basketball, then you send them to someone else. So they kind of.
What category are you in?
So right now I'm actually doing a lot of soccer. I'm about to train this guy. His name's Ethan, and he's coming from Colorado. So he should be starting pretty soon, I think in 2 weeks, first week of June. But he's pretty good. He's really good, actually. Yeah, he's been to a lot of camps, and I was referred by him. So I have a friend that's a trainer. He has his gym, and he was like, hey, I have somebody that's looking for a personal trainer, and he plays soccer, but he really just wants to get just stronger. He's 13. Okay. Yeah, so he's about to go into high school. He's in 8th grade. And he went to a lot of camps, and he lives in Denver. He moved to Denver to go start school for it's the number one school in soccer.
Okay.
So yeah, they have a lot of expectations for him. But yeah, he went to a camp. I believe it was in Arizona, and it was Real Madrid.
Okay, so he's like legit.
Yeah.
How did that look when you got him in? What was the evaluation like? Walk me through how you evaluated him, and then how you set up a plan for him. For the people that are listening who might want to start personal training or have their kids go through a personal training program, how does that look like for you?
So yeah, we set up an appointment. His parents came in, he came in, and we sat down. We talked about pretty much what he was wanting to do, what position he plays, so what all he does. So first of all, he came in and we talked, got everything set up, and then the following day he came in for a training session.
What kind of questions are you asking him?
So for example, I asked him what position does he play. It was very interesting because he gave me a number. He didn't give me a position. He gave me a number.
What number did he give you?
6.
A 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming he's in the midfield.
Yeah.
Either not the center defensive mid, but maybe the one of the two up top, the free ones.
So he said he was the holding. He was a holding, like a 5. But he was also kind of on the right. So he plays kind of a little bit of both. Okay. He can go a little bit higher.
And that tells you maybe what type of qualities you might
First thing I thought of when he said that was vision distribution. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, oh, he's very quick when he receives and he already knows where to pass. Or I'm already thinking he's gonna turn his hips, switch the field.
And you're already thinking of workouts that
correct.
You can do, what kind of maybe get him stronger on the ball kind of stuff. Or?
Yeah, exactly. So balance, speed, agility. One thing I was already thinking of was he's a little small. He obviously needs size, but like the goal kicks. you know they're gonna go. They always go anywhere in the middle.
You gotta battle those.
Yeah, you gotta battle those.
Gonna...
Yeah, you know, you don't want to get outworked. They flick the ball and then they're on or whatever. So that's one thing we gotta work on. His jumping. We gotta get him stronger on the ball. He's a left foot, so that's pretty nice as well too. But yeah, so the kind of questions we were asking, yeah, that was one of them. What position he plays, how long he's been playing. He plays club, so that was another thing. He stays bit. So another thing that's pretty nice is his dad's a coach. He played college ball. I don't think he went pro. I think he played college ball though, for sure. So that's kind of part of the big reason how he's able to
get more touches in. Probably he's getting that personal training.
Yeah, well, his mom's a personal trainer.
Oh, también.
Yeah, his mom's a personal trainer here in Oklahoma City. So whenever he comes and visits his mom for like vacation, spring break, that's when I met him. And then like now summer, then that's when I come in. So his dad is like, hey, we need to make sure that he's still working out when he's over there with you. So his mom was like, hey, I don't know what to do. I've never played soccer. I would assume she probably does a little bit more like the lower body stuff and stuff, like, you know, strength training and stuff. So she was like, I don't know what to do with my son. So she's like, I need someone to help me. So she contacted one of our trainers, the owner of Workout Junkies. And yeah, he referred me to them. So that's when they came in and stuff. And we did some workouts. He was gassed out. So that's one thing I noticed. We need to work on cardio, his conditioning. He does work hard, but he could work a little bit harder. So my job as a trainer is try to figure out how to motivate him. So that's kind of the hardest part. You just kind of got to figure out the person and figure out
what works to motivate him, because every person gets motivated differently, right? Yeah,
for sure. So some people like it when you talk bad to them, you know, cuss them out. And then other ones like it when you motivate them and, you know, encourage them and like you don't scream or whatever the case is, you know? And then others, they like it. Well, they don't like it. But I set up punishments.
Okay.
So like, for example, with the kid, with Ethan, I'll have him do a drill and then I'll set up some cones and I'll have him do some suicides. And then I'm like, hey, I need you to go and do some suicides, grab all these cones. You have a minute, 60 seconds. I'm going to time you. For every second you're over, that's a burpee. So you're gonna have to work harder after you're tired, just because you didn't make it on time, you know. So if you take a minute 11, that's 11 burpees after you already got done with suicides. So you know you're gonna work hard to get it under a minute.
Yeah, of course. I hate burpees. Yeah. Everyone hates burpees. Yeah.
So doing things like that, you kind of mess with their mind a little bit. Makes you work harder because you're like, well, if I work harder now, I get to rest and I won't have to work extra harder. It's gonna, like, this sucks. It's gonna suck you more with the burpees, you know? Yeah. And then after that, you're still gonna have to go again. So it's not like, oh, you got done with the burpees and that's it. No, we have 2 more sets, you know? So it's like, you might as well keep pushing. So then from there, I have them beat their time each time. If not, it's burpees. Yeah.
You reset the time to the time they finished it at.
Yeah, 56 seconds. Cool. Now you have 56 seconds. Get it under 56, 55. You know? And then they give you a 50. And then they're like, oh, dang, now I got to get it under 50. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, but it's a good way to motivate them.
Nice.
You know?
I guess summertime is going to be your busy time then, right?
I would say more definitely at the beginning of the year. That's definitely the busier time.
Peak time.
Yeah, summer is a little bit slower. Not too slow, but it is a little bit slower just because the weather's nice outside. So people rather go outside and run than go inside the gym.
It's already too late to be working on your summer body in the summer anyway. So.
Yeah, you know?
Got you.
Yeah, but I still stay pretty busy. Here in 2 weeks, 2 weeks actually, I'm going to be doing a camp at Cassidy School.
Okay. What kind of camp?
Kids camp. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a week long from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday.
You're just going to show up and say, suicides, pick up cones.
No, so with them is good. So I've never really trained
kids
kindergartens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or pre-K. So that's kind of the kids that I'm going to be training, kindergarten, pre-K.
If I can give you any advice with kids that age, just make it fun.
Oh, yeah.
Just make it fun. It doesn't matter what you do. Just make it fun. It reminds me of a time whenever my son's elementary school, Western Gateway, asked the football factory to bring the soccer for a PE class. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. Here's 3 volunteers. And I was like, how am I going to keep these kids entertained? What am I gonna do? How many kids are you gonna have?
20.
20 kids at once?
Yeah.
Or for?
But I'm doing it with the one of their teachers, which is one of my clients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my sister works there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my older sister works there, and then her friend, which is also a teacher, they're kindergarten and first grader.
Nice.
Something like that. Yeah, they're
you should get it recorded and everything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Doing all these.
So what it's gonna be is it's gonna be like it's like a soccer workout. Okay. But not just workout. That's the nice thing about it. So we're gonna be talking about soccer as well too, or football, you know. But they want to learn players, like a lot of. You'd be surprised. Well, actually, you might not be so surprised. I was a little bit surprised. They're pretty into soccer.
Are they really?
Yeah, Cassidy. Yeah,
they're good at soccer. I think they won a state championship this year.
Oh, really?
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Huh.
I should know that, but
yeah.
But yeah, I think they did. I'll find out later. But yeah, they are good. They're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was pretty impressed. But yeah, my sister will send me pictures of the kids with jerseys on at school, little kids. So yeah, it should be pretty exciting. It'll be a week long. But yeah, we'll do some soccer with drills, talk about soccer. I'm just gonna try to make it fun, you know. So it's not really burpees.
You can't have burpees, suicides and burpees for little kids. You know? That sounds perfect.
Yeah,
but that's cool that you're gonna get to do that at Cassidy. I mean, I think you should do more stuff like that.
Yeah. I was actually talking to my sister about that. So like during the summer, I guess you could say like a kids boot camp class where, let's just say every Saturday at 12, meet at the park, and she can have all of her students or whoever wants to come in from their students come in, and then we train them for an hour where they get to hang out with the other kids. Because she used to do that, and she used to do it for tutoring or Spanish tutoring or something like that. But she used to go to the park, teach for an hour during the summer. So I was like, I think it'd be a good idea if we do the same thing, but just have the kids come in and they get to play with each other and then work out. And you know, so
what we should do is have you come out and do that at Sunrise Soccer this year.
Where at?
Sunrise Soccer.
Center Soccer?
Do you know what Sunrise Soccer is? Sunrise Soccer is a program that we started 6 years ago where we do free soccer trainings at 6 a.m. For anyone who wants to come. And we've had up to like 100 kids show up. So we're going to do it this year. Again at Scissortail Park. You know where the turf field is at? Yeah. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 6 a.m. starting June 4th, we'll be out there hosting Sunrise Soccer. And we've had a lot of people come in and collaborate. We've had the Imps come. We've had Ricky Cabello, goalie trainer, come. We've had Mac Yu come and donate some things. And another trainer, but she was out there giving stretches and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
And that'd be cool. If you come by, we can dedicate maybe 30 minutes to have a group of kids, because what we do is we divide the kids by groups, ages, and skill level too. So if a little kid is really good, we'll bump you up. But yeah, that'd be cool if you wanted to try that. Just come by one day at 6 a.m. And do your thing. That'd be a good. But something like that, I feel like would work for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll probably come out first and check it out, see how you guys.
We need volunteers too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
volunteers if you want to coach a group, we can walk you through that, because we'll already have the practices planned out and written out, so you won't necessarily come and we'll give you the workouts like personal trainer talk. We'll have the workouts for the kids already. But that's Sunrise Soccer.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's nice.
But yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I've heard of that. The Sunrise Soccer. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, for sure. Every year,
6 a.m. just grinding and
it used to be earlier, no?
No, 6 a.m.
It's always been 6.
It's always been 6 a.m. By the time June comes around, 6 a.m. is sunrise is like at 6:15, so we'll get there. It'll be dark, but it's really beautiful getting to start your day off with a workout. You know that.
Yeah, for sure.
But then also making it soccer, and then just. You know what they say, the first thing you should do when you wake up is get sunlight in your body. And that's, another way for us to do that. The kids start their day off playing soccer. Kobe mentality, if you practice once already at 6 a.m., you practice at 12, practice at 4, that's 3 workouts already, you know what I mean? Who's getting up at 6? So that's a lot of the methodology and the thought behind the Sunrise Soccer.
Nice.
So yeah, get out there. We'll have you out there doing some workouts. Sure. Dude, let's address why we're both wearing Barcelona shirts, because no homo, but I knew you told me you were gonna come with the Yamal shirt.
No Diddy.
I was trying to figure out what do I wear? No Diddy. Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna put a Barcelona shirt on because you're gonna be there. And you asked me I got this shirt. Yeah. I said I'll save it for the podcast. But last year when Barcelona came to play Real Madrid and Dallas, I didn't have a jersey. I've gained some weight, so I didn't have one that fit. And I knew that walking into the stadium, I was gonna find a jersey because you know how stadiums get before the game. So yeah, I found this for like $30.
Oh, nice!
Right before watching Barcelona beat Real Madrid 3-0. I went with some Venezuelan friends. I'm gonna clip this, and hey, we won 3-0, and that was cool, man.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, because I feel like you might have gotten your shirt from a more interesting place. Where did you get your shirt, man?
So I got mine at the Camp Nou. At the stadium
in Spain, in Barcelona.
In Barcelona,
no way.
Yeah, Barcelona. So yeah, I this was actually the day after the Champions League game, the Barcelona PSG game. It's the day after I went to the stadium.
You went to the PSG Barcelona game?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
The one in Spain.
The one in Spain in Estadio Olímpic.
Was that the one they lost?
Yeah, that was tough.
That was the second leg or the first leg?
The second leg.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, at home too. So.
Yeah, well, not the home, but yeah, you know, the home that we're using at the moment while Camp Nou gets its renovations.
Yeah. So
how was it?
Man, that was the best day of my life. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though we lost.
Damn.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was just crazy. I was there by myself.
You went by yourself?
I went by myself.
You went on a solo?
For a little bit. I met up with some friends.
Did you know they were going to be there?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
were you scared to go on a solo trip? I've never gone on a solo trip.
I was a little I wouldn't say scared. I was a little nervous because they say Barcelona is like the pickpocket capital.
Pickpocket.
Yeah.
Like the Italy lady. Yeah.
So yeah, they're like, you gotta be careful or whatever. But I wasn't. Yeah,
a lot of people can't solo travel, man.
Yeah, that was very interesting. That was very interesting. It was fun. It was very peaceful. It was different. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it.
You feel like you got to learn a little bit about yourself?
Yes.
Because you're putting yourself into a place where you have never been before.
Yeah.
And there's a certain type of awareness that you get, like being at an airport.
Yeah.
Being somewhere new that you've never been before. That's
not even the crazy part. So let me tell you this. So I stayed at a hostel.
Okay. Have you ever stayed in a hostel?
I've never stayed at a hostel.
But you were scared because of the movie Hostel when you were a kid or something?
Actually,
like
no,
that?
I never watched
Never
that,
watched
bro.
it? Okay. What have you heard about
hostels? Good thing I didn't watch it. So they told me, they're like, hey, if you go by yourself, stay at a hostel.
They're cheaper, right?
They're cheaper. They're cheaper, but they're more fun. They're like, you get to meet people.
Well, there's like party hostels.
Yeah, mine was a straight party hostel. Mine was like...
What was it called?
It was called St. Christopher's Inn. So, yeah, if you ever go to Europe, because they have a lot. They have them everywhere. Paris, London, Amsterdam. If you ever go out there, stay at St. Christopher's Inn. It's fun. Not only do they party, but during the day, they have a lot of free tours where they'll be like, hey, we're having a tour tomorrow to go to La Sagrada Familia. Have you heard of La Sagrada Familia? Yeah.
It's a church that's been under construction for centuries.
Yeah, 138 years.
Damn.
And then they're going to finish it in 2 years, you know? But yeah, they'll be like, hey, we're organizing a tour tomorrow at 11. And we're going to come back at 3. Meet in the lobby. They have stuff at the front desk. And then you also have the app, which is like... That was funny. So they have an app, the Hostel app, which is Hostel World. So it's a mixture of Airbnb and Tinder in one.
Hostel World?
Yeah, Hostel World. It's a combination of Airbnb and Tinder in one. So the way it works is you hop on there, you get your hostel, and for like St. Christopher's, for example, and then once you're on there, it'll show your profile, like your picture of the person who booked it and stuff. But it'll have everybody who's gonna be staying in that hostel.
No way, that's crazy.
During the time you're gonna be there.
That's crazy.
So you can start messaging people from all over the world.
Start connecting with people.
Yeah. So, for example, when I was on there, I was like, is anyone going to the Barcelona PSG game from the hostel? Because I'm going. So I wanted to see
who else is going.
Yeah, who else is going? So like, how are they getting there? Which I took the metro to get there. I took a whole bunch of metro.
Which their public, their transportation is a lot better than it is
definitely,
here.
And a lot cheaper too. So
was anybody going?
No, actually no. I was pretty surprised.
Yeah. Well, it's because we get to Spain and we just think everybody likes soccer. Like, oh, you're from Spain, you like soccer, and they're like, no, we hate it. Like,
but a lot of people did like soccer, which was like, so that hostel was a straight soccer bar, soccer pub.
Okay.
That was the spot to go to. So that was the best part about it. So about the, I guess, party hostel. So you have your hostel, and then you have the bar next door, which is a restaurant / bar. But it was a watch party. So any game they had on,
was always being played there.
Was always being played on the projectors. All the games, any games, big games with the screen. But all the fans would show up every night. You had.
It was literally a party.
Yeah, you had 40 Roma fans watching Roma versus the Europa League.
They were playing the Leverkusen, I think it was.
The one before that. Yeah. So stuff like that. But yeah, nobody was going there. I had one of my friends, or actually I made a friend. He came down there and he was like, "Hey man, I'm from New Zealand. I'm not going to the game, but I'll grab a beer here with you, you know." And then sat down. He was very cool.
That's the cool thing about hostels is that everybody is basically on the same mission. We're here to travel, but then you get to connect, and that's cool. It's probably something I can't do with my family of like two. My family of four, but like that's cool. It
was it was definitely a cool experience. But yeah, you connect with different people from different places. What was crazy was like everybody speaks more than like 3 languages, you know?
English is definitely, and then they know English, Spanish, and then wherever they're from, huh?
Yeah, or they'll be like, I know French, German, Italian, and then, like another one from Swedish or
Have
whatever.
you ever gone overseas?
Only Spain.
Only Spain.
Yeah, only Spain. So I was there a whole week by myself in Spain. The plan was I was going to leave on Wednesday. So I get there on Monday. Champions League game is on Tuesday. And I have a blast, right? So then...
Let's not glaze over the game, because I definitely want you to tell me about the game. But continue. Tell me about the plan.
So I pretty much just stayed the whole week there just because Barcelona was just amazing. I didn't even want to go to Rome, and that was
your second trip?
Yeah, I was very excited to go there. I really wanted to go to Rome, check out the Vatican, the Colosseum and stuff.
Pero para la próxima.
Para la próxima, it was...
You left something for you to come back to.
It was too much fun. Yeah, it was just too much to miss out on. But the Barcelona game, man.
You wake up that morning already knowing...
I wake up that morning, that Tuesday.
Champions League Tuesday.
So I'm in bed till like 2 p.m. So waking up... Well, over there's... The schedule's different, so you
stay up a lot later
till like 5, 6 in the morning. Damn. Yeah, so at least. So then you sleep in late. So I wake up or whatever, go down, get ready, go downstairs, have some food. Yeah, start pre-gaming for the game. So that one thing that was crazy was they don't sell alcohol in the stadiums.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
You have to do all the drinking before.
That was crazy.
Because of the madness that would happen if people were drinking during the games.
Yeah.
And I heard that's pretty common just across Europe.
So I'm over there, and then I head out to the stadium. Over here bouncing around, and then I take probably 4 different trains.
Really?
So it was it was a mission, but I mean you just follow the GPS and it tells you.
And then as you start getting closer, you start seeing people with Real Madrid, Barcelona shirts.
So that one was the PSG one.
Oh, okay.
That was the PSG one. PSG. Yeah, that one was straight Barca. That was straight Barca, no PSG. But yeah, once you start getting closer, the whole metro is just all Barca, and then they start singing. So that's pretty cool. Yeah,
you're getting closer and closer.
Yeah. So they start doing their chants as they're getting in there, and then as you're walking into the stadium. So Estadio Olympique, it's like a mission to get in there. So I was actually reading on that a lot of their fans
aren't happy because of how hard it is to get there, right?
Yeah. It's a walk, bro.
Damn.
It's a walk. So it's feels like you're hiking a mountain.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's up on...
Yeah. It's it feels like you're going up a castle, into a castle area, which is really nice. But it was a walk. So I could see why. So you get off the front of the train or the parking area, and you still gotta go walk at least half a mile. Damn. At least. For some people, that's tough. You know?
Can you imagine? What do they do with... There's 70,000 people there?
Yeah.
What are they doing with all those vehicles and parking?
Yeah. So I get to the stadium. I'm maybe about an hour before they open up, just checking out the scene.
You already had your shirt?
Already had my shirt. I had a different shirt, so I didn't have this one. I have
with the 5 on the pad. It's a nice patch, dude.
Yeah, this is the Champions League edition. So they had La Liga one, and then they had the Champions League, and they had the other one with they used it in the Clasico. I can't remember with the Spotify person, the singer. I can't remember who it was. Some girl, Rosalia maybe.
That's who they were using at the time.
I think so. Yeah, that one was $400.
No way, dollars?
Yeah. just because it had it was limited edition. So I was like,
Barcelona really needing that money, huh?
Yeah, bro. They even sell the turf. They sell the grass from the old stadium.
No way.
Yeah,
you didn't want to get a piece of turf. How much was a piece of turf?
I think like $30, $27 for a little
Paso del Camp Nou.
Yeah,
that's not bad though.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I know Real Madrid fans that would probably get a piece of the AstroTurf at.
Yeah, but yeah, the stadium was, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a small stadium. So I was in the bottom right corner of Ter Stegen in the first half. So his right corner. But yeah, you can see everything perfect. The atmosphere was crazy. Just a lot of cuss words. People from all different countries.
He's all kind of curse words in all kinds of languages.
Yeah, so I would see like Persian guys, 60 years old, cussing out the ref. Flipping them off.
100% energy, huh?
Yeah, 100% energy. And then next to me, there's a guy who was from Mexico City. Wow. But he had just moved there for school, so he was studying out there. There's a lot of people that study in Barcelona. I noticed that. But yeah, and then like to my left, there's guys from like Saudi Arabia, So it's just like, and then you have Spanish guys, real like from Barcelona or whatever,
Like the guy in my last podcast. They're all there to see this little ball and just get kicked around.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, it was crazy. Barcelona scored first. The stadium was going crazy, And then it just went downhill from there.
We thought they had it.
Yeah,
we thought we had it for a little bit, but then Dembele was the one who ruined the night for us.
That was tough. And then he walked off smiling.
How crazy was it getting to hear the crowd's reaction to him celebrating the goal that he scored against Barcelona?
So even before the game started, they were already cussing him out. The whole stadium, So I thought,
were you a little put back? Like, damn, like, is this really what goes on? Because we can't hear that while we're watching TV.
Yeah, for sure. I was more surprised that Mexico gets fined
for the stuff they say, right?
Behind the goal.
Considering what you heard there in Spain.
Yeah, because that's all they say. So yeah, it was very tough. Like, it was just crazy because I was just like, wow. And they would just chant, just lots of cuss words to Dembele, to PSG. Yeah, and then during the whole game, especially when he walked off too. And I'm thinking, okay, how is Mexico getting fined for one cuss word, like every goal kick or whatever? When these guys the whole stadium is literally chanting, And we've seen it a lot with like Nico Williams and Vinny. How there's a lot
that's
of
what I was gonna say.
stuff,
And it's crazy how whenever they go through those racist acts and then they act out against it or stop playing or walk off the field, how the media portrays them, knowing damn well you heard it, how they attack the players verbally like that.
Yeah.
And that happens in the NBA. You know what I mean? Like Luka Doncic was walking out of the game in OKC and he was like, yeah, you can tell we're in Oklahoma. And I was like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
But we know damn well what he's talking about. So that's crazy.
That was crazy. The game was over. Everybody was sad,
Yeah.
So everybody just kind of just walked it off.
That's a nice jersey, dude.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Yeah.
It's a nice jersey. Straight from Spain.
So I had to get this one at the stadium the next day. Okay. So I had my regular
the stadium, not
the stadium.
There.
Yeah, it's still under construction, but they have the official store there, which is like their biggest store. So
is it nice?
Oh yeah, it's 3 stories.
Is it nice?
It's 3 stories, and like you see every jersey of like every player, any player you can think of, like Fermin, like I think Lopez, right? Fermin Lopez.
Who's gonna buy this shirt?
Like, who's gonna buy
Who wants this shirt?
Cubarsí, who barely started.
I'd get that shirt. He's cold.
Bro, I almost bought it. So
he's cold.
I got Lamine Yamal, my favorite player right now. But I almost got Cubarsí. But I think number 33. But they had it on there. I was like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know, Sergio Roberto.
Like, he just made the first team.
And then his jersey's already there. And I'm sure a lot of people are buying it. Ter Stegen's the one that doesn't sell as much, but a lot of people like him. They do like him, like Barca fans. Gavi, they do like Gavi. So they like all the players from La Masia. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how the fans. So the fans.
So you're not seeing any Gundogan,
no,
any Rafinhas.
No, not really. No, you would see a lot of everybody.
Messi, they're still selling Messi.
Oh yeah,
jerseys?
everywhere. Yeah, you would see a lot of Messi, but you would see a lot of Gavi.
That's the one that I have on right now.
Oh, the Gavi.
My fake Dallas
No,
Cowboys.
you can't even
I
tell,
got mine
bro.
at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Straight from Dallas.
Yeah.
Gavi. Who else? Pedri was on there. I saw a couple Araujo.
Okay.
The center back. But you don't see Conde, Cancelo, anything like that, you know?
No, John Felix.
No. Yeah, it was honestly, everybody was Gavi or Pedri. Even like the street vendors, Gavi or Pedri.
They know what sells.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Oh, Lewandowski too. That was actually the
only foreigner that you did see.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, because I was trying to buy some from the vendors, but all they had was I think my size. All he had was Lewandowski. I don't want Lewandowski.
No.
I don't really like Lewandowski like that. So I was like, I'm good on that. But yeah, the one that I wanted was the Gavi one. Yeah, so kind of.
Did you see any jerseys that you were just like, damn, like I can't believe he has that jersey?
Yeah, I regret not buying it actually. It was a Barcelona. It was like a
vintage.
Yeah, it was like that greenish turquoise color. I don't know.
I'm a little colorblind, but I'm gonna say yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, what you're talking about.
Well, it's one of their like older, maybe 2018.
Like an away jersey.
Away jersey. Yeah, it was like a blue greenish something. Anyways, they had that one, but this was different. It was like it had a different like
a design on it.
Oh, it was crazy, bro. And then it looked like nice. It really it stands out a lot. Like the colors were just perfect. And yeah, they only had a medium, so it's not gonna fit me, bro. But I tried to get that one, and then I saw it I saw another guy wearing it. Only one guy wearing it afterwards, the same jersey. So I'm gonna have to look for it.
Yeah, if I had to buy a jersey, the one that I remember are the small squares. Ronaldinho long sleeve. Yeah, when he was in his prime, that's one of my favorite Barcelona jerseys.
Who's your favorite Barcelona player of all time?
I'd have to give it to Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
He tops Messi.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Ronaldinho, Messi, Iniesta, Marquez.
Yeah. Who's your favorite goalie?
Busquets, Victor Valdez.
Yeah, over Ter Stegen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot. Ter Stegen is second though. He's top 2.
Yeah.
He's top 2. Did you get to see El Clasico?
I did.
In person or experience? In El Camp
Bernabeu.
So you did get to see that.
I went to Madrid.
Okay, are we done talking about the Camp Nou experience in Barcelona?
Yeah.
Did you already plan to go to the
Clasico?
That was
because you were supposed to go
to Warm. That was the original plan.
Yeah.
Okay, and so this was like the extra.
Yeah, so the original plan was to go to El Clasico with my friends, and then before that they wanted to go, or they were going to Rome and Venice, so they were going to be traveling around there. So I was watching Champions League game, and Barcelona won. They advanced. So I looked up the dates. And I was like, oh.
You're like, holy.
I might actually be able to make the cut, like it might be that week. So I just waited, and then it was a Friday morning. So the thing was, I didn't know if they were going to play home or they were going to play away that week. So against Paris. So I didn't know if I should fly out to Paris or if I should fly out to Barcelona. So I just waited. But my friends were already going to Venice and stuff or whatever. So, yeah, so I see that, and then I'm thinking the day before. I'm thinking like, okay, if they play Barcelona at Barcelona, this might be the elimination game. So they might be out.
Do or die.
Yeah, do or die. So that I was like, if they do play in Barcelona the second hit, the away game or the second leg at home, which they did, then I'll just book my flight. So checked in the morning and they were playing PSG and it was gonna be at home. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good game.
God's plan.
I got to go. Yeah, I got to go. So booked my flight, and it was on a Tuesday. So, yeah, that's kind of how I planned my week. So I was like, I guess I'm going to Barcelona, and then I'll meet up with them or whatever. And then we'll meet up in Madrid. So I took a train from Barcelona to Madrid. That was nice. That was actually better than an airplane, honestly. Cheaper, but it was more space, a lot more space. So you can get up 2 people, more leg room, way more leg room. It's only 2 people per side instead of 3. You still have your Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. So, and then they have like a full area where you can go buy snacks or whatever if you want to get up. But you can. The nice thing is you can stay standing up if you want. So it's like you're
How
not.
long was the trip?
So it was so if you drive, it's 6 hours. But the train was 2.5.
Oh, man, that's a fast train then.
Yeah, 2.5 hours. About $20.
Damn.
$20 for a one way.
Then you get there.
Day
of the game.
I get there on Saturday. To Madrid. The game is on Sunday. So I get there Saturday. Still by myself, but I'm meeting up with some friends over there.
What's the difference? First difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid?
Madrid or
Yeah, no, o sea,
like the
pero la
city?
ciudad, yeah.
So Madrid is straight Spanish people.
No foreigners in Madrid.
No, so it's straight people from Madrid, but they're a little different. What
do you mean?
I wouldn't say they're rude, but they have
Como que se creen.
yeah, como que yeah. It's just a little extra.
Do you think it was because they could tell that your Spanish was different than their Spanish? Did you see any of that?
No, not really.
No?
No, because it's very similar. So
Unless you're hitting them with the no mames way.
yeah, no sabo, no sabo kids.
Hitting them with the slang.
But nah, other than that, they're good. Everything is pretty much the same. Just they might change a word or so. But Barcelona was straight tourists. So it was just people from all over the world.
Cool.
And then, or all over the world. A lot of people from Canada and stuff too. But Madrid was, it was nice, but it wasn't my favorite. It was just, it was cool. And so yeah, I met up with my friends there. And then Sunday we went to the game. Went to a Mexico. Oh, we went to a Mexican place out there in Madrid to go get tacos. So they were right.
Okay.
No, right. No big deal. Yeah, they weren't the thing.
They have green salsa at least?
Yeah, they were from Mexico City.
Okay.
That's where my family's from, Mexico City too. But yeah, they weren't. The tortilla was good. The carne was all right. The asada and the salsas were all right. So it was nothing special. But we went there for breakfast or lunch or whatever. And then from there, we got our taxi to the game. I was with 2 of my buddies. And then we were meeting up with 3 other friends at the stadium. So there was 6 of us. So this was crazy. So we get to the stadium.
In your Barca shirt.
I'm in this jersey on my way to Santiago Bernabeu.
Was that a smart choice or what?
Not really.
Did you have another shirt under?
I did not.
Oh, okay. See, yeah.
I was going. This is why I'm here. You know why I'm here.
Yeah. I went to. Sorry to take you off sidetrack, but it reminded me I went on a honeymoon. Mm-hmm. And I got to see Chivas and America play a semifinal game in El Azteca. I was just like you explained. I didn't know if they were going to make it. Chivas advance. I'm a Chivas fan. We ended up going, but I had 2 shirts. I had a muscle shirt, and then I bought my jersey out there. And after the game ended, after we won in penalty kicks, I took my shirt off.
Oh, damn. You were one of those?
Yeah, dude, because I went to the restroom, and I saw this big, heavy-set guy after the game come out crying because they had beat the crap out of him in the restroom because he had a Chivas shirt on. And I was like, yeah, see, this is why I took my shirt off, because people were pissed. You know what I mean? So yeah. I was like, yeah, this is getting a little hostile. Let me take this off. And I said, hey, babe, put this in your purse. And I just, walked out in a muscle shirt. Yeah. But how was your experience? Tell me.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like that. So I'm wearing my Barcelona jersey. We get a taxi. I'm with my 2 friends. They're wearing their Bellingham jerseys. So I'm with Madrid fans. We hop on the taxi, and then we ask the guy, hey, can you take us to Santiago Bernabeu? He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. We're like, you watch soccer, just starting a conversation with the taxi guy. And then he was like, pulls out his phone, and then he's like, yeah, I'm actually Luka Modric's driver. Yeah. So we're like, what?
Show me a picture.
Yeah. So he shows us a picture.
Him and Luka? Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. So then he starts telling us this story. So he told us afterwards. We started talking, and then he pulled out his phone halfway through because we asked him if he met any other player. Because he was giving us, like, pretty much on our way there, he was like, oh, aquí vivía Iker Casillas. Y esta propiedad la vendió apenas for this much.
You think he's telling the truth?
I don't know, but he was lying. It could be lying,
and you're just like, yeah, contemos my tío,
So he pulled out the picture on his phone of him and Luka, and then he told us that. So pretty much he was doing his taxi routes, and then that's what he does for a living.
He tells everybody about him being Luka's driver.
Yeah. So then I guess Luka got a taxi when he was on his way, when he got signed or whatever.
Okay.
And yeah, because he was young. He has him pictured young. So then from there, he picked him up from the airport, and then he took him to El Centro Rendimiento, or what, I forgot what the place is called, where Madrid trains. So he took him there straight from the airport, and then the guy was like,
if you need anything,
yeah, give me a holler. So then the guy was like, yeah, well, I don't have a car right now. Like, he was just getting here or whatever, like fresh.
I'll be your car.
Yeah,
Here
yeah.
you go.
So
you want me to wait for you?
Literally. So from there, yeah, he said he got his number and he gave him a couple rides, and then they just kept contact. But he gives his wife rides too, and he just talks about how he's just humble. He's known him for like 10 years, 14 years, something like that, however long he's been in Madrid. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. But that was on our way to the stadium. So the guy was anti Barcelona. So now he
wasn't even talking to you, huh? He wasn't even looking your way.
He was just telling me just how Ronaldo's better than Messi, and how Messi, he just hated Messi. Like, he just kept talking really bad about Messi. But it was whatever. Once I brought up how he felt about when Barcelona won the World Cup for him, if he was happy about that, So he
shot back.
Yeah, he goes, well, we wouldn't have won if it wasn't for Iker Casillas. He does have a point. So I'm like, okay. But I mean, you still had all the
the core.
Barca,
it was a Barca team.
Yeah, So yeah, but he dropped us off, and so as soon as we get off, me and my two friends are, all right, let's go grab a beer around here. So we go and we start walking. This guy, this guy comes up to me. Like, we're probably like 2 minutes off the taxi, right? This guy comes up to me, and this is about 3 hours before the game starts. So the game starts at 9 p.m.
They're not drinking at that game either, right?
Inside?
No beer.
No, outside, yeah, everybody. Yeah. Everybody. But so we're going to a bar to grab a beer. This guy from the bar, he's probably like the owner or something, with his Madrid jersey, comes out, starts speaking English. He's like, hey man, no vayas para allá. He's like, allá están los ultras del Madrid. So he was like, los ultras. He's like, sí, todos los ultras. Like, the crowd.
Like, who is that?
Yeah,
those are. Yeah. That's the fan club.
Yeah, So I was like, oh, he was like, yeah, that's where they hang out at. Like, that's where the meetup spot. Mm-hmm. So
you're just like pushing through the restroom, through the ultras, like, hey, can I get a beer?
Yeah, literally, that's what I was doing. Uh-huh. Like it's a whole street. It's like a little hallway, like a dead end. Yeah, like a park. Yeah, so that's where they meet at, and
there you go. Like, oh, this guy must be an American. Like, he must be an American.
when they were like, what are you doing here? Uh-huh. He was like, los tuyos.
Your kind is
over there. And then I was like, where? He's like, on the northeast corner. Uh-huh. That's you guys' corner.
You're telling your homies like, yo, guys, I gotta bounce.
So yeah. So anyways, my friend's like, you think it'll be a problem or he's in trouble? Like, if he's wearing his jersey around here? The guy was like, yeah, definitely don't walk over there.
Does he value his life?
He's like, you're going to get beat up. He's like, you walk over there. He's like, that's where all the main ones are at. Mm. And he's like, don't go over there. And then, so we bust around, come back. And then we see all the SWAT police cars start lining up, parking in front of that area. Right in front of the whole park. So I was like, yeah, this is probably not a good area to be at. See, I got a little scared. I was outnumbered by a lot.
Totally different feeling from the Champions League game, right?
Definitely. So yeah, circled around, went around the whole stadium, checked it out. Huge stadium, nice stadium, and
newly renovated stadium.
And I found no fans.
No Barca
fans, bro. Yeah, that was tough. Circled around twice. I was all right. Maybe now they're here. Uh-huh. They gotta be around here somewhere. Nowhere to be found, bro. They were just scattered everywhere. So yeah, I go back with my friends or whatever, and then now we see all the people lining up outside the stadium on the streets, and it was a lot of police, like way too many SWATs. And they're scary looking because they're like in their helmets and they're with
full body armor,
body armor. Yeah, bro, like
just ready,
and yeah, so. They were sitting up the whole street because that was crazy. Everybody waits through the whole street where the bus comes.
Oh, to receive
Madrid, yeah. And it's like on a hill. So you have the stadium, and then you have the stadium, and then all around is just a bunch of fans, and then they're all facing one way, which is a street, and it's a hill, goes all the way up. So we were all the way at the bottom of the street, right in the center where they come in, and then there's the entrance to go in the stadium. But we were out there for maybe an hour, just waiting for the bus. It was kind of funny because I was like, "You guys never seen a bus before?" Like everybody out here just waiting for the bus. You guys never seen a bus? But it was all Madrid fans, like all like.
That might be the most expensive bus, in the world.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it was nice. So once the bus comes, they're escorted by police and horses and motorcycles. So I thought that was nice. That was cool. The police, you have 2 horses following the team bus, the front. And once they get to the bottom of the hill, the horses start dancing. So it's kind of like, looks elegant, looks fancy. Like,
they're getting basically a presidential send-off into the stadium.
Yeah, and with all the motorcycles, following and stuff. But yeah, they do their dance there. So that's where we were at. And then from there they go in. But as soon as the bus is coming, all the fans are coming. Like everybody's coming at the same time. Oh, like
as the bus goes forward, the parade starts. Everybody follows the bus.
Yeah, and then they get there at 7:30. The bus, right? The bus gets there at 7:30. They open the stadium at 7:30. So as soon as the bus comes and they go in, the people start going in to the stadium, walking towards the stadium, chanting "A la Madrid."
That's crazy.
And imagine I'm in the crowd,
we're just like outside waiting for the Thunder to drive in, and we're just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, yeah. But imagine like 80,000 people, or more. Yeah, because it's a big stadium. Yeah, it was crazy. Everybody's just coming down with the bus,
and there you are.
And there I am, me and my buddy. Now I had one Barcelona buddy with me. Yeah, that was it. So then they push us, or we walk towards the stadium, and from there everybody goes to their entrance, starts going in or whatever. So that's where you do your last call, get your last beer, that was it. There's no more from there. And yeah, so you go in, I go in, and we're all seated. So there's 6 of us. We're all seated in different areas. We all bought our tickets at different times, and yeah, it was crazy. So I'm all the way at the top, right? One of my buddies, Vicente, he bought his ticket last minute. He bought it. So he bought a ticket and he never got his ticket. Yeah, so imagine how frustrated he was.
He didn't even get to see the game?
Oh, no, he saw it. So he bought a ticket and they never gave him his ticket on StubHub.
Was that StubHub's mistake?
Or yeah, them and the seller. It was a resale, so one of them two. But so he ended up buying another one because they were gonna refund him the money. So he was like, "All right, I'm just gonna spend. I'm already here. I'm not gonna
miss it.
Not gonna miss. I flew out here, so
I'm already outside the stadium."
My dude buys the ticket, and it's just a little bit over the one that he bought, right? And this dude is on like the 3rd row from the bottom of the field. He was literally like right next to Vini when Vini was celebrating. Yeah, the penalty on right there in that corner. He was like couple yards away, so he got like the best view from everyone. Dang. He was all the way at the bottom.
Talk about like circumstances, right? He was at the bottom.
There's a reason why he didn't get that ticket in the first place, because he was gonna be at the top. So he ended up just buying another one right there then, and he was all the way at the bottom. But the atmosphere was crazy. So I'm sitting there, and I'm surrounded by all Madrid fans. I'm the only Barca fan in the stands. So everyone's just looking at you bad. Mm-hmm. They're just mean mugging you.
What the heck is this guy doing?
Yeah, like, you serious, bro? So I go, and everybody's just looking at me like, oh, I hope he doesn't sit next to me. I hope he doesn't. Like, everybody's just looking at you with this face like, do not go in my row, So I finally go, and I sit down, and man, the people next to me, they got their Madrid flags. So, they're like straight, like it's the whole family. And then this side is all Madrid. So I'm like, dang, I got no Barca fans. I looked around, no Barca fans. And I'm the only one.
Just start making friends. Like, hey, what's up, man?
No, actually, no.
You were just like...
Yeah, I was just like, I probably should not even... maybe they say something, because the game started and like they were just booing. Like, they were hardcore fans,
Season ticket holders.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So, yeah, anyways, the game starts. We're up 1-0. I get up and I celebrate. I don't care. And then it's like all 5 of us on that whole, the whole behind the goal. All 5 of us get up and celebrate, And then they tie 1-1. I think they go to halftime 1-1. And on my left corner, I see a little dot over there. Just a small little dot, blue and red. I was like, oh, bet. I'm gonna go see what's up over there. So the second half, I'm like, yeah, screw my seat. I'm gonna go over here. So I go over there to this area, and just there's like it was like section 627, right? So there's probably like 20 police officers outside of the section. I'm like, oh, what happened? You know? Well, it's because that's the Barcelona section.
They're not there to protect the Real Madrid fans. They're there to protect the Barcelona fans.
I thought there was a fight going on or something crazy happened. No, they were there for security, you know? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, anyways, I go over there second half, and then... so
they don't even ask you for your ticket. They're like, oh, he has a Barca shirt. He's in here.
Literally, yeah. Yeah, they're just... And even then, they're like... Even if you don't have your ticket, they rather you go over there.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, just go over there, you know? That's your area. So I go over there. Whole different vibes, bro. Whole different vibes. There's probably like 300 of us, like in the little area out of 80,000. So we were outnumbered. But the whole stadium was quiet, and all Barca fans just chanting, you know? So that was nice, the whole stadium. And then everybody starts whistling, you know, because all you hear is Barca fans. And then Barca's up 2-1. So that's when it got a little scary. So all the Barca fans start chanting just cuss words, you know, to Madridistas.
Yeah, because like on top of course, the rivalry between Barcelona and Real Madrid, there's also the rivalry of los catalanes contra los de Madrid, no? The Spaniards, you know? So that's like another like undertone that not a lot of people talk about, but it's like, you know, that's also going on as well. So
you could definitely tell the beef between them, you know? Mm-hmm. But yeah, the whole game, the whole second half, just standing up, chanting, like learning Barcelona chants, just with the whole fans, because that's all they did. Yeah, that was tough. That was like a last minute goal, and so it was a crazy game. They had the goal where they didn't have the goal line technology.
Yeah, which was,
anyways. Yeah, it took a while to check that out, but yeah, it was just crazy. I'm actually kind of glad Madrid won.
For my own safety.
Yeah, for my own safety. I'm not gonna lie. When it was up 2-1 and I was in that area, oh, bro, I thought it was going to be bad. I was definitely... I felt like they were going to come out mad, really mad, you know? Yeah. So, that was definitely an experience. Stadium was huge. The game was good. The atmosphere was good. I would say it's not as expensive as it is here. So, to go out there. So, for example, like a Champions League game, Barcelona, PSG... You get some good seats for like $220, $250.
Yeah, you can't get good seats for $200 to watch Mexico play anybody, in Dallas.
Yeah, and that's a Champions League quarterfinal game.
That's the best of the best.
Like, you know, it's crazy.
What about Real Madrid, Barcelona?
That one was a little bit pricier. That one was around like $500-$600.
How much did your friend pay for his ticket?
He paid $7 something. Yeah, $7 something all the way at the bottom. But yeah, those were going for like over $1,600.
Yeah,
you know,
but you get lucky the day.
It's because the thing was Barcelona lost against PSG, so none of the fans from Barcelona wanted to travel to Madrid to the game because they were just down. If they would have won, the tickets would have been crazy because all the high demand from Barcelona fans. But yeah, since it wasn't so good against that game, that's kind of how it was. So yeah, everybody was like Barcelona fans were like, no, it's not gonna be a good game. So yeah,
and it wasn't. Tú eres la sal.
You know, yeah, both of them, and they both lost. Dang. That's tough, bro.
But which one was the best? You said the Champions League was the best day of your life.
Yeah.
Was it better than the Clasico?
Yeah, because I was with Barca fans.
Yeah, you were.
So it was like. Bro, you feel like
you have your life threatened.
Yeah, you feel like
you're with your gang.
Yeah, like anywhere you sit,
you were with family.
Yeah, they have their arms around you, and you're standing up the whole time, just jumping and chanting. So it makes you feel good because you're like, oh, everybody's going for the same team, you know. And it's like you know, and it's crazy because I feel like sometimes we don't show a lot of passion here for sports, you know.
Oh, they do for football.
But they do.
College football,
oh,
you know.
Yeah. But I mean, like, these people just like, bro, you're 60 and you're still over here flipping off the ref.
That's life.
Bro, like
life.
what?
Football
Like, you
is
know,
life,
like, bro, like that was crazy. Like, just how people were so passionate
People
about
live
it.
for the soccer out there.
Yeah.
And we struggle to get people to go to the energy games. You know what I mean? Like, it's totally 100% different culture. Different culture. Did it make you think, like, man, what would Jesus Cerda be if he was in Spain?
I did actually. Yeah, I was like, man, this is actually pretty fun. Being out here, like, it's not. I guess you can say it didn't seem like it's that expensive to live out there. Yeah, it's just like everybody pretty much, they say you don't drive over there. So if anything, you have a bike, a motorcycle. So like, yeah, you can have a motorcycle because it's easy to park anywhere. So and you can get around, but just use a public transportation.
And the cool thing about personal training is you can personally train anyone, anywhere. You know what I mean?
The bad thing over there is nobody works out, bro.
But they're already small. You know?
Because they walk a lot and they do like push-ups, squats. Yeah, you know, but they're not like muscular or anything. Like, I tried to look for a gym out there and I only found like one or two in the whole city.
Try to work out in Spain?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But you had to get a monthly membership, and yeah, it was just too much just to go get a workout in. But yeah, it's not as easy as here. Like, we could go
get a day pass
anywhere and work out. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. But everybody over there is skinny. Mm-hmm. So that was the thing. There's like no bellies.
Their food is healthier.
The food is healthier.
Their habits are probably healthier.
Yeah. So one thing I asked a couple people out there was, what do you think about Americans?
Are you considered American or Mexican when you go?
Both. That is because you have technically you're considered American. Yeah. So they ask you where you're from, and you tell everyone you're from the States. So,
you don't say you're from Oklahoma.
They don't even know.
Thunder.
Yeah. So that's
actually, the only thing people know. Hey, Thunder.
I had a conversation with a couple people, and they were like, yeah, they didn't. First of all, they were trying to clown because they didn't know where Oklahoma was.
Yeah,
or
they
whatever.
Think you're riding your horse to the podcast.
Yeah, you know. So they're like, you know, and then from there, one of them looked up I was a number one NBA. Because at the time they were number one seed
in the West.
So they looked it up. They're like, okay, see, I thought it was Denver. Like, no, you know. But that's kind of how you get around. But yeah, it was just everybody, football fans, know some basketball. Even though, you know, they have the Pau Gasol. So I went to the museum, the Barcelona museum. I think they had his jersey there, Pau Gasol's Barcelona jersey.
Yeah, he played on the basketball team like Luka did for Madrid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see that game winner?
He's crazy, dude.
Last night? That was crazy.
Who do you think? I think Dallas might, you know.
Yeah.
They might. I'd love to see that.
Because of Kyrie. Kyrie has that. I think he has that. Well, I mean, Luka's the main one, but Kyrie has that leadership and championship. You know, he's been a champ. So, and they have all the good pieces. And they have some, like, the big men are not bad.
That rookie big man that they have, he's been killing it.
Lively, I think. Derek Lively.
As long as Celtic doesn't win,
I hate Celtic.
I'm happy, dude.
I hate Celtic.
Give it to the Mavs, even though I don't like the Mavs. If there was any team that I don't like in the West, it's the Mavs, just because we're the
Give
Thunder.
it to the Pacers. I don't care.
Yeah, Pacers would be cool, but I don't want Celtic to win.
Yeah, I'm cool with the Mavs. I like Mavs. I mean, I don't like them, but I like Luka.
And then they robbed our boy Shai from the MVP, too. That was whack.
That was,
terribly
whack. That's why I guess that's a good thing that Denver's. I hate Denver. They're too cocky. Like no, they're ever since so I'm a Lakers fan. They were dissing on my Lakers, you know, like after the sweep, and then this year too. But last year they talked a lot, so that was nice that they lost.
I think that concludes your Europe trip, right?
Yeah,
that took up the whole podcast. But let's talk a little bit about your soccer, and then we'll kind of call it. You have experience playing soccer. You made the All-State team under Yowzi there at Southmore, but you also said that you played club ball. Where did soccer start for you?
Started playing in California. We used to live in LA, Baldwin Park, and I was in elementary school. Started playing out there, just recess every day with the kids, my friends, and then when I was in elementary school goes up to 5th grade over there. When I was in 5th grade, we had a like an all-star soccer game at our elementary school where it was 4th graders and 5th graders mixed, 2 teams, and then pretty much they took out the whole school. Yeah, the whole school was there, 1st through 5th grade, and you get to watch the game during 10 to 2 p.m., 10 to 12 or whatever.
So you were playing in front of your whole school?
Yeah, bro, that was crazy. And I scored, and they had
a winner, 4th, 5th grade? Were you in 4th or 5th grade?
I was 5th grade.
5th grade?
We lost.
But you scored, you took your shirt off, you were like, yeah.
I was Team America versus Team Tecos at the time, and I was in 5th grade, but we lost 5-2. I scored the second one. But yeah, it was cool because we had all the kids surrounded, like the chairs were around the whole field. So anywhere you went, like there's kids from your school, so it was cool. So that's where it started. And then junior high, I didn't play much. I went to junior high in LA, and then I went to junior high here. So I went to Brink Junior High and Moore. Didn't play much, and then I started at Southmore my freshman year. And then,
brand new building, right?
Brand new building, first year brand new building.
You were the first.
I was a freshman, so first generation to graduate. Okay. Yeah, I was there freshman year. I played football my freshman year, and then so I just used that to get in shape to get ready for soccer season. And I started playing at Southmore. My freshman year, I played JV. Kind of sucked. So, but I was a freshman. We just had JV and varsity. We didn't have freshmen. So I started JV. I would play a little bit, and then the last game, my freshman year, I scored on JV, so that was my first goal. And then that boosted me up, gave me lots of confidence because we sucked. We would lose like every game, So that was nice. I mean, it was our first year, barely getting stuck together. And then the second year, I was a sophomore. So during that summer, I worked hard every single day. I would go to Cages, Yeah, Cages. So
that's what, Brookwood or
Brookwood? Okay, yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people know about Brookwood.
Brookwood, yeah, over there. So Brookhood,
yeah. The Brookhood Apartments.
Yeah, so we would stay out there every day from like 4 p.m. to like got dark.
Those are the good summer days.
That was nice. So we got a lot of good touches there. We play against a lot of good people everywhere, And
if it wasn't there, people would go play at PC North.
Oh, really?
At PC North.
Oh,
They had some tennis courts. And they would.
Actually, I did go. I did go there a couple of times. Yeah, I have some friends from PCO.
Brookwood, PC North. Are we going to, what was the one on 25th Street?
Jefferson was the other one,
Jackson.
No? Jackson. That's what it was, Jackson. Yeah. I didn't like Jackson, though.
I love
Jackson.
Jackson was down the street. Jackson was, before the little soccer dirt patch. No, after the soccer dirt patch, we'd play on the basketball courts. And it was just Golgana.
Yeah.
Golgana. Yeah. And it would be that like 11, 12. There'd be fights. There'd be drink. It was just
everything.
It was nice.
Yeah. Those were them days, man. That was nice. So that was my sophomore year. I was going into sophomore year. So Yowzy, shout out to Yowzy. He's a good man. He was our coach. Sophomore year, he got me on varsity. So I was a sophomore. Our team kind of sucked that year too. We had some decent players, but it was just tough getting everything together and stuff, And then that year, I was starting JV, and then I was on varsity bench, and then we would get scored like 2 goals early. So then he would sub me in as striker or whatever, and I would play the game. But then I got tired of only playing like a couple minutes, because he was just like, no, my seniors got to play, and then I'll give you some time or whatever. So I'd rather play JV and get some playing time than play 15. He's like, you'd rather play 60 minutes on JV than play 15 on varsity. I'm like, yeah, I just want to play. Like, I don't like sitting the bench. Like, I didn't work this hard for 15 minutes. So anyways, he let me go on JV. I played JV, and then he brought me back up to varsity that year for the last 3 games of the season or whatever. But the last game was against some team in Tulsa, Sand Springs or Broken Arrow or one of those. It was out there. But I was a sophomore, and I scored a nice goal. That was the last game. We lost 2-1. We had one play, I guess, on the goal kick where we knew our other striker, he was going to go and flick it to me. So my job was to be on right on the line with the defender.
Not offsides, but just waiting, expecting the flick.
Yeah, I was over that center back, and I was going to take off. So anyways, we were down 2-0, or we were down 1-0, not sure. But we get a goal kick, and kicks it. The guy flicks it, and I'm already
running.
Yeah, I'm already.
You see your line.
See my line. I'm running my line. So I'm going 1-on-1 with the keeper now. Yeah, it was a big keeper, and I chipped him. So I went 1-on-1, and then I looked. The ball was bouncing a little bit.
You said perfect.
I was like, perfect. It was so scary though, because I chipped him from outside the box.
Oh wow!
And the ball bounced the ball bounced, and I thought it was gonna go over, and it barely went down. It went in.
Oof.
Yeah, so it bounced before, so that was scary. But I scored. We would not score a lot, so that was pretty cool. So Yowzy was all right. Well, next year, put in work, and you're gonna be starting. So junior year comes, and I join. No, so that was after. So junior year comes, and I'm playing center mid at the time. So they're putting me as attacking center mid. And then I think the first 2 games of preseason, I didn't start, and I was upset. So I was like, damn, why am I not starting? So anyways, he puts me in the 3rd game, preseason game. And then his assistant coach, Edgar, was, for that game, counting the passes. So he's like, every time you complete a pass, you get a check mark. When you miss a pass, you get an X. And then the first half, I had like a whole bunch of check marks because I was just playing simple, just one touching it, moving the ball, nothing fancy, And so he was okay. So you did good. You're gonna stay in. So yeah, I kept playing in the middle, just kept getting the ball, and they figured out how to make me play. That was kind of challenging. Yowzy figured out, you guys are playing him through balls. He's not the fastest guy. He's not going to get to the ball. And by the time he gets there, he's gassed out. His legs are heavy, and the shot's not as powerful. It's like, play his feet. Just play off him. Play like a wall, So that helped a lot. Come in, check in as a striker, center forward, strike in, check back, just one touch it, one back to him, play behind the back, on, or things like that, So
like that kid you interviewed, you were the number 10.
Yeah, So I was actually, at the time, I was 14, I think.
El que reparte el queso, dice.
Yeah.
El que reparte el cheese.
Yeah, that year I scored 7 goals as a center mid.
For that team right there?
For that team right there, yeah. And that summer, I went to go join a club. So I was like, hey, I was playing rec. So I was playing rec, and we had a really good rec team. It was too good to where we were competing with club teams, but it was just not there, But we
can hang.
Yeah, we could hang. And so I went to go try out with Canadian Valley. We had our goalie, and we had a center mid, one of my 2 friends on Southmore's team, Michael and Harrison, that played there. And I don't know if you know them, Michael, Marshall, and Harrison Sykes, but yeah, so they played for Canadian Valley, and then they were like, hey, we have 2 strikers. We have a good team. We have 2 strikers, and we could use another one for rotation. So if you want to come try out. We don't know if you'll make it, but you can come try out. So I'm like, cool. I was always down to play. So I'm down to play. I don't care if I make it or not. I'm going to go practice. Yeah. So I went to go practice with them. Went out to El Reno. So it was El Reno, Yukon, and Mustang. They had a good squad, really good squad. Had a good coach, and went out to practice with them, scrimmage, and I did good. I did really good. I did the elastica, and I megged the guy in front of the coach, but I got the ball.
So it counted.
Uh-huh. But they were like, after the practice, they were like, everybody told me,
gotta get him, coach.
No, they told me, you're so lucky you got the ball. Because if you would have not got the ball, he would have told you, get out of here. He would have kicked you out. Like, he would have been like, this is not what we need on our team. This is a team. This is not you're going to look fancy or whatever. But I did the elastic guy, and I megged the guy, and I kept going down So he liked it. So he was, oh, okay, I could use that, So after the game, he was, his name was Wong or Hong. He was like, hey, we could really use you or whatever. And I was like, my parents can't really afford to have me out here because it was pretty pricey too.
Yeah, it's far.
And it's far too. So he was like, well, just don't worry about any of that. We'll do a scholarship. And then my friend was like, oh, well, you can ride with me. I'll drop you off. Mm-hmm. Cool, So he lived pretty close to me. So I played a season with them.
Must have helped.
Bro, that was tough. We were top 4 OPO. So it was OFC at the time, Celtic, us, and TFC. Yeah, I think that's what it was, from Tulsa or something. Yeah, and then the Cosmos was on there too. I think they were on there. But yeah, we had to play RPO. So RPO is like Regional Premier League. Yeah. So we played top 4 in Texas, in Dallas, North Texas, and top 4 in South Texas.
Still playing the same position you were playing?
Striker now.
Okay.
Yeah, striker. So number 9, like a 9. And yeah, I was just rotating with 2 other guys. And I played that season. We went every weekend. You either go to Dallas or you go to Houston or you go to San Antonio.
Jesus.
Yeah, every weekend. Because you're either playing at home or you're traveling. Yeah. And it was all those teams. So we got to play like Houston Tigrillos, like with the Tigres jerseys. They were good. We played Solar Chelsea, B team. And they beat us like 8-0. Yeah, the B team, the Solar Chelsea, like their academy team. From Dallas, stuff like that. But that made me a lot better of a player. I learned a lot. I learned how to play soccer instead of playing, like when you play with Mexicans, it's a lot of dribbling. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fancy stuff.
Yeah, it's like get the ball, head down, and then, occasionally if you look up to pass, go for it. You street ball, basically.
Yeah, street ball, yeah. And,
used to the cage.
Yeah, but here you're learning. Like I had a coach. That coach tell me, I need you to make a run as a forward. I need you to run in behind the defender and go right, like towards the corner kick, towards the flag. And I was like, why would I make that run?
Not understanding that run would open up space for someone else to run.
Yeah, That was the whole point. And I was like, why would I run this way? And I was like, if I get the ball, I'm going to have to turn all the way and then shoot. Like, it's a whole bunch of spinning to get the shot off. He was like, it's not about you. So he's like, it's about the team. So he's like, this is going to bring this defender to follow you. So that'll open up this space. And then the ball's going to come in here. And then our centerman is going to come in and smack it. Yeah. So you start learning how to move without the ball, off the ball, which was crazy to me at the time. So that helped me a lot in high school. So then senior year comes and I'm a lot faster now, a lot smarter. And that year was amazing. That was nice. We played like 23 games or so, 23 games that whole season. Scored 18 goals. Damn. So it was like almost every game I either scored one or
assisted.
Yeah, or if we didn't score, then the next game I scored 2 or something, and we played some good teams. So that's what helped a lot. But our team at that time was pretty stacked. We had a good keeper. We had a good defensive line. And our midfield was probably the strongest. And then we had one striker, which is me. So we played like a 4-5-1. Yeah. So that's what Yossi liked, the 4-5-1. Try to keep he wanted the diamond, which was me, Jesse Archila, and Martin Romero. Martin was a freshman at the time, and he wanted us to just
keep it there.
Yeah, between us, because I was at the top. So what I would do, I'd check in, check in the ball, and I had 2 options. So I had Martin or I had Jesse.
And whoever gave it to you, the other guy was making the run, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So they'd give it to you, you give it back. Or, by the time that guy got it, Martin's running and he's through.
Yeah. So, it was different. Like, Jesse would play the through ball a lot, real quick. He was kind of like a wall. We would do a 1-2 off each other. Martin would hold it a little bit longer, take on another guy, and then he'd play like a crazy through ball. But he would try to eliminate maybe like another player.
An extra player.
Yeah. He was a freshman. He was our captain.
Damn.
Yeah. So he was a freshman at Southmore. He was varsity captain.
He was good then.
He was good. Yeah, he was good. But yeah, I played with them 1 year. Our team was stacked.
Were you surprised when you heard you made the All-State team?
I was. That was nice. So there's a lot of good players. That
could have gotten it. You
think? Definitely. Yeah, because we had Norman North, Edmond Memorial, Edmond Santa Fe, PC North.
Everybody in the West, the whole West.
Bro, Yukon, Mustang, you name them. Mm-hmm. Westmore, Southmore, Moore, and then they only picked 20. So they picked 18 field and 2 goalies. And
they only picked like 4 forwards.
Yeah, I think it's 6 apiece.
Forwards?
Yeah, 6 each position. So Yowzy, I didn't think I was gonna make it. I felt
Did you even know you were in the running? Did you were you hoping that you'd make it?
Yeah, definitely, because I had a lot of goals, and every time I scored, I would celebrate, and that's how people knew I would do a different celebration, you know. So they were like, "Oh, this dude," because nobody. I was always like, "Bro, how you score a goal and you don't celebrate?"
Because they don't even, you know, you're just like you don't have it already in your head. You know why? Because like Balotelli said, does a mailman celebrate when he delivers mail? No, that's his job.
Yeah,
so I'm not celebrating. I'm joking. I'm joking.
But yeah, man, and yeah. So Yowzi said he nominated me as a midfield. He wanted me to get in.
What would Yowzi say, knowing that you would do different celebrations every game?
I mean, he was the same way.
Oh, okay.
Dude was crazy, you know. So he had no room to talk. Just how we would get yellow cards, he would get yellow cards. I think in one game,
I'm not surprised,
bro. I think in one game, Yowzi threw a chair into the field. Like he was just so upset about the ref. But he would be the guy that ref, you know, and then he would cuss him out, or you know, just like, how are you gonna, you know, like step in on the field. Like that was Yowzi. But yeah, he nominated me as a midfielder, and then I didn't make it in as a midfielder, but he knew I was gonna make it in as a striker forward. Yeah, and then the first one was, I think, Brandon Little X. He played at Norman North. Man, he was cold. He was striker. He scored more goals than me.
Damn.
Well, I mean, we didn't get to make playoffs that year, but yeah, I think he scored like throughout the whole playoffs. Like he had a shot. He was fast. He was smart. He played Celtics something.
Who was your coach?
Our coach?
Yeah, for the West.
Oh, for the West. The coach at Edmond North.
Okay.
Edmond North? No, or one of the Edmond schools. Yeah, it's either it was Santa Fe. It was Santa Fe. Edmond Santa Fe. Yeah.
And then how were the practices? How many practices did you guys
We practiced once. We practiced.
Was it cool showing up and then just getting to see the best in the West?
That was cool. That day we practiced against OFC's 95s. They were good. OFC's 95s at the end. At the time, that was the All-State coach. That was his club team. The OFC 95s. They had a goalie that would wear a helmet, like Peter Cech. I don't know, but he was pretty good. He was really good. We played them, and that was our first scrimmage. We had a picture like a
team picture ticket?
Team picture and stuff, yeah. So we did that. Everybody had their own jersey, which was cool. There was a lot of 10s. I was number 10. We probably had like 10 10s.
10 10s.
We were all
10 10s and a goalie?
Yeah, bro. And we were all wondering, like, who's going to get number 10?
Whenever
they hand out the jerseys for Allstate, who's going to get number 10? There's all these 10s. And, but yeah, they go by letters, by last names. That's how you get your numbers or whatever. But yeah, we played them and we beat them 6-3 in the scrimmage, and I chipped the keeper. So that was nice. It was a good impression. And at the time, I had a broken wrist, so I had a whole cast on.
Oh, wow.
So I had to play with the whole cast, which was, this happened on my
I see the score.
That was on my last game of high school, my senior night. I did the spin, la ruleta, the helicopter, you know? Did that stepping on the ball, and then some guy slide tackled me when I did that. Landed on my wrist, and then my whole bone was just popping out. But yeah, the experience was nice at the Allstate game.
Fighting for a starting spot.
Yeah, we sort of already knew who was starting just because of like the teams that won state, you know. So I think it was Norman North at the time. So we knew there were 3 players. They had 2 players and a goalie. And then we already kind of had an idea who was starting. But he was like, yeah, everybody's getting the same amount of time anyway. So, but yeah, we got killed. It was tough. It was tough, man. We got beat like 6-3 or 6-2, 5-3, something. They scored 5 or 6. Yeah, I had a guy that was really good on their team. Mexican dude. Played in the middle, tagging center mid. He was tall, skinny, great ball control, great dribbling. His acceleration was quick. But he had a shot. He had a shot from out, you know? 35 out, he'll shoot it. Yeah, he was the one repartiendo el queso.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. But with the shot. Think of Chet Holmgren from the Thunder. That's what he kind of looked like. Just tall, skinny, just...
Abraham Lincoln. Just
it's because it's kind of whack. And then next you know, he turns around, spins, and then places it upper 90. Yeah. So yeah, they beat us, and that was tough. But it was a good experience. Then from there I went to go. That was my last All-State game. From there I went to go play, and I ended up playing at Cosmos right after that because I was still part of the.
You still had one more year to play competitive.
Yeah, because I was 95, but I was born in 94, but I could play 95s. That year, I had my friend from Southmore, Eric Kinniger. He ended up going to SMU. He was like, "Hey, you want to come out and scrimmage? We need to fill in for our Cosmos tryout." So I was like, "Yeah, cool, I'll go." So I went out, and then next thing you know, hey, you want to play? You can still play. And I already knew all the guys and stuff. So it was a lot of them from Grant. Well, we had already, cages and all that. Everybody.
You've seen everybody around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and I knew the coach. So I was like, well, I'll play, but I can't afford to pay. They're like, just don't worry about the payments or whatever. We'll help you out with that. So yeah, I played a season with Cosmos, and lots of potential, lots of really good guys. Just needed a little bit more better coaching. But yeah, that was.
And then you played some college, right?
I did not actually. No. Yeah, my grades were pretty bad. Yeah.
And then when did you get into the personal training then?
That was in college. Yeah, that was in college. I started working at a gym. And then from there, I started working at the front as a front desk. And then one of my friends at the time, my manager, suggested that I start getting into training. He was like, "Hey, you're always in here, and you like it a lot. You should look into it. Get a little pay raise." So I looked into it, and then finally got my certification. Start training, and I was able to learn a little bit of everything, not just personal training. So at the time, I was going a lot to boxing workouts and training and stuff with one of my friends, Alex Salcedo, the boxer. So he showed me a lot. I met him at the gym actually, working the front desk. He would come in, and he would come in late at night. So when I was about to finish my shift, and he wouldn't work out. He would just come in with his girlfriend. And I was like, why is this guy just coming in just overprotective or something?
I've seen that at the gym where
he just with her, following her.
He's
out.
just sitting there as he's hitting the bench press.
Yeah, or he would just go and just hang out. He wouldn't even work out, bro. He just so. Anyways, I was like, bro, why are you come every day but you don't work out? Why just go hit some workouts or whatever? He's like, I just got done working out or whatever. I did my own workout, and then I talked to him for a couple months. He'd come in every night. And I never knew he was a boxer. I mean, I knew he would box.
He boxed, but you didn't know he was top rank.
Yeah, top rank. And then, till one day he showed me a picture with him and Kobe Bryant. And I was like, oh. He was like, this is at Manny Pacquiao's gym. He was like, I met Kobe or whatever. So I was like, oh, wow, Manny Pacquiao? Yeah, I was at his gym,
Manny Pacquiao, dude. You know Kobe?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. I was surprised that Kobe was at a boxing gym. I was like, what? This is a weird combination.
Hey, you never know, man. Mamba.
Yeah.
Getting a different workout.
But that helped me expand my training a lot because from there I started going to a lot of his training camps. So he would train here in the city, and then he would go and train in California and LA. And I have a lot of family in LA. So I'd go out there, and then he would fight out there. So I got to see the whole experience of how that actually
through his whole camp and then even fight week and whatnot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went out to Big Bear. He was at Big Bear, which is 2 hours from LA, 2.5 maybe.
It's where a lot of people go train boxing and UFC.
Yeah,
because of the altitude.
Mountains. Yeah, and he had asked. It was Abel Sanchez, which is Triple G's coach at the time when he was fighting Canelo. He had asked him if I can go, if I can be there. So he was like, yeah, I got approved. So I went out there, and it was a crazy experience. I got to watch them spar. So I met a lot. I met 10 boxers that day. They were all just coming in and sparring. And
you're just a fly on the wall, watching them work out, watching what habits
everything,
they have.
Bro. Yeah, everything. When they come in, everybody says hi to you.
Watching professionals.
Yeah, they're all pros.
Their trainers are pros. Boxing are pros.
Yeah. People outside, like,
Dang.
they say, like, so it's in a house.
See.
It's a house. The gym is a house.
They just buy a house and just
They
make
buy
it
a house and break it down, and then it's a gym inside.
That's smart.
So from the outside, it looks like a house. So you don't know which house the gym is at. But the reporters will be outside the house, like on the gate.
They know.
Because they know. And, yeah, so that was cool. And then they have their upstairs. I went to their upstairs, too. So you go upstairs. They have a living room. This is where Triple G was staying at. So they have a living room, a couch, their kitchen, and then you have, like, 3-4 rooms. In each room, you have, like, 2-4 beds. Like, 4 beds with the little thing.
Straight up camp.
Yeah, straight up camp. So boxers go, wake up, they do their running, go have some breakfast, hang out for a little bit, like 5-6 in the morning. And then they have another, at 12, they have, like, strength training or whatever. I think it's strength training. So they do strength training.
And then they get their touches in the afternoon, like we would say.
And
with
then,
the ball.
yeah, the sparring, which is like Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday type thing, you know, every other day.
Dude, that must have been a crazy experience.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get to, people pay for that kind of experience. And you just...
I was just there. I was lucky. I was blessed.
Shout out to Salcedo.
Shout out to Salcedo, man. Yeah. And then from there, we had this thing going where he was like, so I was already a personal trainer. He said, help me stay fit in the off season. And I'll show you boxing workouts that you could later use on as a trainer. So, bet, say less. So I was working at a Planet Fitness at the time. He would come in, he lived across the street. He'd come in and I trained him for an hour. So I do.
He didn't get the bell rung on him on Planet Fitness?
Nah. He was good. Yeah, because it was mainly functional training. So, and yeah, his stamina was crazy, bro. Yeah, his workouts were crazy. So every time I had to just bump it up.
You're just like, damn, okay, this is too easy for you.
Bro, yeah, like, we did an elbow plank. He was at like 5 minutes. I was like, bro, like at this point, we're gonna have to switch it up.
Bring
like,
the 45.
Yeah, bro. Like this is
we're gonna
too
start
easy.
stacking plates on your back.
Yeah, but yeah, he would show me.
That's cool though, and interesting how you're basically you got a subject and you're just like throwing things at him, then getting feedback like, all right, do something else. You know?
So and then I would work out. So when it was his boxing workouts, I had to do his workout. I had to try to keep up. I say try to keep up because there's no way I was gonna keep up. But yeah, I remember the first time he took me. I use this with some of my, not this intense, but I use some of it with my clients. But he was doing. He said we're gonna warm up with some runs, some hill runs. So he goes. This is at Planet Fitness. He puts a treadmill up on 15.0 incline. Speed, he said no less than 5.5. So 5.5 is the limit. But he said we're gonna bump it up to 7, 8. We're gonna keep going on as the levels keep going. Or
he's bumping up the speed even though the incline is gonna stay
at 15, bro. Jesus. Yeah, all the way. So your calves, your quads are burning, bro. Yeah. Here's the hard part. He holds on to 3-pound dumbbells while he's running, right? So keeping his strength.
Keeping that shoulder strength going.
So he's like, okay, we're gonna do 45 seconds. You're gonna hop on for 45 seconds, and then you have 15 seconds
to rest.
No, to do 10 push-ups. Or 20 seconds, whatever. But it was like, I thought to rest too. No, you rest while you do your push-ups.
You rest when you die. Like, what are you talking about?
And then he says, once you get done with your 10 push-ups,
you get back on.
Knock them out. Yeah, you get back on. So you might have a 5-second rest break. Without letting go of the dumbbell. So he's like, you can start out with no dumbbells. Just do the push-ups. Cool. So at the time, I was all right. I was,
and your ego is just like, bro, just give me the three pounders. Just 3 pounds.
I was actually scared I was gonna like trip on the treadmill and then have the dumbbells and not be able to hold on.
Yeah.
I was just thinking like, bro, what? I've never seen anything like that. So yeah, I did it. That was my first time. And by the time I got to like number 7, I quit doing the push-ups. And I started getting like a 30-second break, and then I made it all the way to 12.
That's crazy.
You're supposed to hit 15.
Talk about VO2 max, right?
Yeah, bro. So, but that helped me with a lot of exposure. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's working out with them. I want to train with them," And then that's kind of how I was able to start building my clientele. And because they were like, oh, like he knows what he's doing, or he knows, like, if this guy is trusting him, and stuff. At the time, he was undefeated too, so it was just like, yeah, he had a crazy record going.
Were you with him when he fought here in OKC?
Yeah, twice,
Both times.
Yeah.
Which one was it? The first one that was just.
There's three. The first one he won was a crazy fight.
That's the one that
there was blood everywhere.
Yes, that's the one that everyone.
He fought
was
an
like,
Australian guy. That was a crazy fight, bro. The preparation for that was crazy too.
Was he feeling some type of way? I have to get him on here.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna fight in OKC, like yeah. Just con ese simple hecho that you're gonna fight in your hometown,
in the arena where the Thunder play at,
with your people behind you. That I remember. The build up to that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. The fight was crazy. After the fight was crazier, because of hype.
Yeah, dude. Because after that is party. Like,
everybody wanted to
touch him, feel him.
Yeah, and he was at the time. He was with Mark Wahlberg too. That's his manager.
También.
So Peter Berg, Mark Wahlberg, top rank.
And you're just there.
I was just there. Like, I remember I went to one of his fights in LA, and this was after, I think it was before that fight. I think it might have been before that fight, but I was at one of his fights in LA, and he invited me to the day of the weight.
Where they weigh him before the fight. The check-in.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy. I go out there, and then he's like, it's top rank. Like, it's legit.
It's legit. Was he struggling to make weight? Like,
no, yeah, he was good. 140. Yeah, he was good.
He was solid at 140.
Yeah, solid at 140.
A lot of people don't understand.
It's tough.
For some people, that is the worst part of it all.
Yeah, he was good. Like, he was always good at
keeping his weight.
Yeah, keeping 138 or 140. Stay on there just to make sure he's good or whatever. He did walk around probably like 165, 180. Mm-hmm. He was a little heavier when he would stay here for a little bit. But yeah, that was downtown LA in front of the Staples Center at the time, or Crypto Arena or whatever. I show up, and it's inside this restaurant bar looking area. So I walk in. There's security outside, so that's cool, So I'm here for the wait in or whatever.
I'm here with Alex.
Yeah, they're like, all right, go in through here. So I go in through there, and there's a lady, and she has like a check-in list. So I'm like, oh, Alex, put me on the list or whatever. She's like, okay. Go up these stairs. So I go up the stairs, and then they give you like a little badge, and then they have all you can eat. That was pretty dope.
Except for the boxer.
Except for the boxers, yeah. And then everybody's there. They have their chairs, so everybody there, the chairs are counted or whatever. So Alex has like 5, 4 or whatever. I was the only one up there for the check-in that time. And yeah, Freddie Roach was there.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then I was just like seeing all these boxers. Oscar Valdez was there. He just fought. Huh? Yeah, bro. I was like, wow. And I had my Salcedo shirt on and everything, and he was like, "Oh, you wanna meet Freddie?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to take a picture with Freddie." So he's like, "Hey, Freddie, Freddie comes. I'm like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" I didn't want to be all weird, but
yeah.
But bro, that's Freddie Roach. Like, you have Freddie Roach.
The greatest.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah. He's like, I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. So I was like, he's not gonna come, bro. Nah, he came back, bro. Yeah, he came back. He looked for me. He's like, hey, you want to get this picture? I was like, yeah, appreciate it. Took a couple of pictures with them. He was just introducing me to everybody there.
Send it to me. I'll put it right here.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a cool experience. And that was at the weigh-in, so got to see him go up face to face.
Intense.
Moment, yeah, it was intense.
It looks intense on TV, but estando en persona, and then having
the fights were
he's
more
on your
intense.
team. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're just cheering for him, hoping everything's good. The fights here were tough. The first one, that was a big fight. That was it. He had him down already. He had knocked him down in like second or third round, and the dude came back. He just got a little too confident, and then the punches started landing to the head. So that's what got him. And then I think it was a TKO. And then after that, he fought again in, I think, LA. Won that. That was the easy fight. I went out to that one too, and then came back and lost here as well. That was the last one.
Damn, man! Shout out to the champ.
Yeah. That was
crazy.
That was a crazy experience.
That's crazy. I forgot that you did do that boxing. It's a good thing you brought it up.
Yeah, and then my uncle, he has his boxing gym in California too. and his boxer is Ryan Garcia. So
Oh yeah.
so that's pretty nice too.
What you think about the Garcia Haney fight?
I thought it was
Did you expect
a
it?
massacre, bro. I did not not like that.
I was like, man, if I had a bet, like, of course I'm gonna put my money on Haney because
Yeah.
the way he played it out.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you think it was on purpose? The way he made himself look crazy, and
He said he did it, but
I think he might have taken a note off
Like
of how, like, you know, people are selling their fights nowadays.
yeah.
What was that? When Logan Paul fought that other guy, the crazy dude, in a boxing match, the last one he did. The way they're promoting fights, I think, is just.
There's a
brilliant.
thing, I don't know if you saw Canelo and Oscar de la Hoya too.
That's wild, bro. I would have been mad if my promoter
Yeah.
was starting to take shots at my boxer, knowing that it's like, bro, this is my moment. Like, why do you got to get up there, make it all about yourself? But something about those promoters, man, they start looking a little slimy after a while.
Yeah.
A lot of money in boxing.
Yeah. Especially now with the Saudi Arabia guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard about them. How they're wanting to make their fights.
But I mean, I'm for that, because they are pushing for the right fights to happen. You know what I mean? And that's what I think is holding boxing back, is that everyone's protecting their record, and the UFC does it differently. The UFC, everyone fights everyone. We're not protecting records, and that's what makes it entertaining. So hopefully now...
Do you think the records matter?
No.
Not
anymore. I mean, what matters? Of course your record matters. You know, if you want to hold a perfect record, that's fine, but it's going to be a lot harder for you to, the way Ryan does it now is fighting the best. Now he's pushing other people to fight the best,
Because Munguia was like, 43, no?
He had a lot of fights.
Yeah.
He had a lot of fights.
They were just building him up.
Yeah.
Because De La Hoya wanted to have him 50 and 0.
Yeah.
So that way Mayweather could shut up about being 50 and 0. But that's what he wanted to. But he was really just building him up. Yeah. So that's why I feel like he kind of got exposed a little bit.
I'd like to see Munguia and Caleb Plant.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
I want to see Benavides and Munguia.
Kind of Benavides and Munguia.
Yeah, I want to see him. I want to see him get through one of those guys first.
I think he deserves this Canelo fight.
Yeah.
I think he does too, because Canelo now, I can see you're dipping him. Like, bro, no one's gonna pay you $200 million to fight Benavides. Like, at this point, you're just dodging him,
Well,
and he can do that.
Apparently, the Arabs are the Saudi Arabian people. Because I think that's what they were offering somebody else for a big fight.
So it's probably a plan of Canelo to just put a number out there.
It's a very smart move.
Yeah.
In other words, the way he's saying it is like, all right, bro, like, you're number 4, I'm number 1. You're making 50 million. Like, if you're making 50 million, you're number 4. Why
multiply that? Give me that.
Give me 200. Yeah. So I think that's the way he sees it, because he's like, these guys have money. They're just being cheap. And they're really not being cheap, because 200 million is a lot of money, And
he's watching YouTubers make all this bread.
So that's what he's like. I'm number 1. I'm better than you guys. Are you gonna make more bread than me? Like, nah. I want my 200 million. So I think I see him more as a business move, but I think he's gonna get it. I think that guy is gonna drop it, because it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
But he brings in a lot of
pay-per-views.
Yeah, a lot of people watch it. So whether they like it or not, they're gonna watch it.
Yeah, I think his prime, just past him. Soon we're gonna start seeing the decline of Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. We'll see, bro. But dude, that's we're at the 2-hour mark, dude.
Damn. Yeah, that was good.
It was good. Well, I feel like we still have more to talk about, but we'll leave it there and then probably come back for a part 2 sometime soon.
Sounds good, bro.
But I appreciate you for coming on. If anybody wants to find you for personal training, where can they find you?
So I have a Instagram and Facebook, Certified Trainer. I'm working on my website right now, and soon working on an app as well too. So I want to get that going as well too. Yeah.
Nice. Well, whenever you get it, bro, share it with us. We'll put it out there. Sure. But again, I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Yeah, for sure, man. I apprate it, bro. It's
nice. We've been trying to do it for a while, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. And for the people that are listening, I appreciate you guys for listening up to this point. Check out Invicto Futsal and Belmiro. Also check out the MasFutbolFoundation.org. We have Sunrise Soccer information coming out. If you want to volunteer, check us out. If you want to register for the summer program, check us out as well. We're working on that website. So again, thank you guys for listening. This has been another episode of the Mas Futbol Podcast.